Hey, I'm Dr. Rachael, and today we're exposing the everyday habits that are wrecking your health. Habits your doctor probably won't warn you about, but I will, because we'll discuss key mistakes that we make every single day that are interfering with your ability to stay healthy, get off medications, and just really thrive. Now, this information is so important for you, your partner, your family as you age. And your doctor won't tell you these things because he or she doesn't know, or because in medical school, we just got zero of this information. And when we finish training, so many of us become just slaves to big pharma. So take some notes and share them with your doctor. Each one teach one. Unfortunately, medicine has become somewhat of a practice. We tell you what we think you have, and then we tell you we have no idea why you have it. It was likely because your family had it. And then we mix and match medication almost as if playing a game of Uno. No bueno. Here we talk about the importance of getting to the root cause. What got us here, and how can we reverse it, and how can we prevent it? I'm going to divide these things into three different categories of mistakes. Mistakes made when dealing with the healthcare system, mistakes made with vitamins and nutrients, and last but not least, the lifestyle mistakes. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to take your health back, reduce your meds, and embrace aging gracefully. Kind of like a fine wine, no gimmicks, just the truth. So let's kick things off with the big one, the healthcare system. Number one mistake, blindly trusting your doctor. Don't give your doctor carte blanche with your body. Don't accept every diagnosis at face value. Look for those holistic answers and solutions, and really take a root cause based approach, because you and your doctor, you guys have to do this together. Number two, assuming that your genetics are your destiny. Just because mom and dad had high blood pressure or diabetes doesn't mean you have to. Listen, genetics only accounts for 30% of the equation, which means you have 70% of the control. Diet, stress, environment, they matter more, and your environment and your food and your stress contribute that 70%. So you have a huge opportunity in most of these cases to step away and have a completely different fate than your folks did. And I'll give you some of these steps that you can take in a minute. Number three, not researching treatments. Not TikTok research. I mean real research. Surgery, meds, quick fixes on your prostate and your uterus. If it's a surgery in the office, it's a quick fix procedure. Make sure that it isn't going to create more problems for you. This is especially true of those in-office procedures that they say, hey, it's quick, it's easy. And plenty of meds that are prescribed to you the same thing. The next, not reading reviews on your doctors, not getting second opinions, and not walking away when something feels off. These are huge mistakes. Your doctor should work with you, not over you, not against you. You have that power to walk away. Don't just stay with a doctor because it's easy. The best doctor-patient relationships are the ones where the two of you work together, and then you have great outcomes. Next, overshotting, as I'll call it. Now, assuming you need every free shot that's available at the pharmacy and every one that your doc mentions, we get rewarded by companies that sell these, right? And you agree to take them. So most pharmacists and doctors are using it as a metrics, not your DNA and your uniqueness. They are even overselling these combos and promoting them in drugstores. Run from it. These man-made things can be a huge shock to your system if you do not need them, and if your body is tied up and consumed with other processes in your body, it can start your body on a downward spiral. Listen, your body is unique, and unnecessary things can overload and overwhelm your system. Avoid it. Make sure it's right for you. Overusing antibiotics, assuming that you need antibiotics for every cough, sinus infection, toothache, etc. In high school biology, you learned about all the organs in the body, but they didn't know about one, your gut microbiome. Yes, it's an organ, and this is arguably the most important organ in the body. It controls your immune system. So whether you're sick or not, it controls your brain and focus. It controls your mood, your ability to fight cancer cells, and your ability to create vitamins and use certain nutrients. And every time you take an antibiotic, it actually destroys this organ. So is there something else you could use? Something else you could do? Stop calling in and asking for a Z-Pack. Fix the root cause. Okay? Now, if you're tired of treating symptoms and you want to start solving root causes, hit the subscribe button and drop a fire in the comments so I know you're with me and really ready to take control. All right, so if you're still with me, this is great because what I am about to tell you about your vitamins and your nutrients might blow your mind. So we've gone through some of the healthcare stuff. These next mistakes are quiet killers, and you know what? You deserve better. These are nutrient and vitamin mistakes. So 1, avoiding salt altogether. Even when your doctor tells you that salt is making your blood pressure go all the way up. This is table salt causing the issue. It's not sea salt. Table salt or hidden manufactured salts found within processed foods, those are the problems, like MSG. Sea salt is not a problem. Switch table salt for sea salt. Usually, lower levels of potassium is actually a bigger issue than sodium. And in families with hypertension, it can be low vitamin D, it can be low magnesium, and an inability to make enough nitric oxide in the blood vessels that causes the problem, the root cause of the problem. One study actually found that less than 3,000 milligrams of sodium or salt per day was linked to an increased risk of dying from heart disease, including heart attacks and strokes. So salt may not be the issue, maybe the type of salt. Another study showed that low sodium intake was associated with 42% higher risk of heart mortality or death, and a 53% higher risk for all-cause mortality, any reason for dying. Moderation, listen, is the key. Salt is not bad for you. Your body actually needs it. Why do they give you IVs when you end up in the emergency room, right? Next, accepting low vitamin D levels. This is a mistake. We have 25,000 genes, and vitamin D is involved in the expression of 2,000 of those. That's over 10%. And this is a huge problem. You ask your doctor to check your vitamin D levels, and insurance barely covers the test. Many times they won't. And it comes back 20 to 30, and your doctor says, yeah, it's fine. It's not fine. Your healthiest levels should be above 60. And in order to get people there, most of you are going to need 5 to 50,000 IUs of vitamin D a day. Doctors may tell you 30 nanograms per milliliter is fine and great. It's not. You want it above 60. Low vitamin D levels have been associated with every chronic disease identified and even certain cancer. Next, taking calcium supplements. Listen, stop. Calcium hardens your arteries and tissues. It contributes to arterial stiffness and increases heart risk. It's not healthy for you or your bones. Too much calcium intake will get into your cells and your soft tissues and start to harden everything in your body that needs suppleness and elasticity, especially your arteries, which leads to increased arterial stiffness. Now, too much calcium will open up pathways to take that calcium inside the cell where we don't need it. Still to this day, doctors are telling women over 50 to take calcium. Right now, the recommendation is for men over 50 to take 1,000 milligrams a day and women over 50 to take 1,200 milligrams a day. And this is not true. This is outdated. Don't do it. Next is taking L-arginine supplements. Arginine is front and center in supplements for blood pressure and erectile function, and it works the first few times you take it, but check your bottles. There's a pathway for nitric oxide production that L-arginine theoretically supports because L-arginine is converted within the body to nitric oxide. However, when you take a supplement with it in there, it actually can overload the body. And the body is like, oh gosh, we have so much here, it can't figure out what to do with it. So instead of doing positive things with it, that L-arginine actually ends up producing something that is so harmful and detrimental to the body that high levels of it have been associated with early death. It's called AMDA, asymmetric dimethylarginine. I hope I pronounced that right. High ADMA levels are markers for cardiovascular disease. We can measure this in your body. So do not take this stuff long term. Stay far away from it. And if you want a free root cause vitamin lab checklist, drop the word HEAL in the comments and we'll send it your way. I'll also pin a link to it at the top of my comments below because this is information you need and you might not get anywhere else. Now, lean in because these next mistakes you may do every day and they will keep you from thriving. These are our food and lifestyle mistakes. One, taking cholesterol drugs long term. Listen, low cholesterol equals low hormone production. When you find out your cholesterol is high and your doctor does one or two things, right? He puts you on cholesterol lowering drugs or a low cholesterol diet, and they just leave you there. A huge problem because your hormones cannot be made if your cholesterol is too low. There's no cholesterol, there's no hormones. You can't make testosterone. You can't make estrogen. You can't make thyroid hormone. None of it. You need healthy cholesterol levels. Eggs, meats, avocados, oily fish, all very useful forms of cholesterol. So don't fall for outdated medical information suggesting that you need to get your cholesterol down to negligible levels. It's just not true. Next, not getting enough quality sleep. Now notice, I didn't say enough sleep. I said quality of sleep. When you shut down and get quality sleep, your body uses the time that you're in that REM state to heal and activate those healing processes. And if you don't get enough REM sleep, your body doesn't have that chance to rest, repair, and activate. In fact, researchers suggest that light exposure at night increases fight or flight. So your body is going while you're sleeping, and that lowers your metabolism. It increases inflammation and insulin levels. So block out all that light. Artificial light at night is even linked to an increased association with type 2 diabetes. With sleeping, it is about quality and quantity. So get your room as dark as possible. And also, fix the root cause of anything interfering with sleep. As a matter of fact, comment prostate below and we will give you a free gift that'll help you so that you're not letting the prostate keep you up all night. We could send you suggestions for that. Next, adopting restrictive low protein diets late in your life. Listen, you need protein, and typically on these diets, you are relying on food that is processed and no good for you. Vegan protein bars, vegan snacks, etc., etc. As you age, your protein requirements go up. As you lose muscle, your muscle goes down, so your protein intake has to go up because protein is the building block for your muscles, for your cells. So you don't want less of it, you actually need more of it. Grass-fed, organic, pasture-raised protein and wild fish, your body needs protein, so don't limit it. Next, sitting at your desk or in your car all day long without setting aside time to move and exercise. You can't manage stress this way. Listen, exercise leads to increased nitric oxide production, which regulates blood flow and blood pressure and immunity. Exercise helps your body better deal with all of life's stressors. It helps clear the body of cortisol and adrenaline, and it just makes you feel better. Start out with more movement every day, and then find your way into exercise and weight training programs that actually work with you and for you and not against you. You don't have to feel like crap after exercising. Next, not getting outside and getting fresh air and sunlight. Being outside gets you moving. The exposure to sunlight helps your body make vitamin D. It leads to better sleep quality and is associated with a lower risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, like type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Being outside can actually help lower blood pressure, and fresh air and sunlight can improve digestion. So take time to get outside even when it seems gloomy out there. Listen, because even on those gloomy days, the sun is still working behind those clouds. Yes, it's there. Next, not prioritizing connection. If you're not investing time and energy into finding and securing things with another half, another person, listen, lock and load, because you deserve happiness and to feel the power of two, someone who has your back when things go wrong. If you are in a relationship that is a dead end, move on. If you're single and haven't made moves to get out and meet somebody, whether online or in person, start this weekend. If you are avoiding connecting because you're afraid you can't get it up, listen, if the thought of having sex is keeping you from meeting anybody, we need to fix the root cause. You deserve connection, happiness, and love. Listen, these small shifts in mindset, These small shifts in habit can completely transform your health. You can prevent disease. You can reduce your medications. You can regain your energy and age vibrantly, but only if you take your health back into your own hands. Listen, now go take a walk, get some sunshine, subscribe to the channel. Listen, I'm Dr. Rachael. I love you, and boom, I'm out. Let's go.